Hello everybody, welcome. We've got a blue moon coming up on the 30th, 31st of August at 7 degrees 24 minutes of Pisces. It's helpful if you know this, where the signs of Virgo and Pisces fall in your chart. You can get a free chart from my website, yourastrologysigns.com. If you go to reports under free report, put your details in and you'll get your chart. And look for the sign Pisces and also the sign Virgo. 5 planets are in earth signs, 3 in water signs. So we've got 10 altogether, and 80% of them are in slower frequencies. Earth and water are slower. Fire and air are busy, they're off, they're doing, they're creating, they're going on adventures and travels and all over the place. Earth and water need more peacefulness, more calmness. So we're in a period of change, because whenever we come to these mutable energies, the 4 mutable signs, Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces, are all about teaching us how to be adaptable, how to learn that change can be a very positive thing, and that change is happening all the time, but we often like to hang on. So this mutable energy has very much to do with letting go, allowing something to dissolve. Now we've got this important aspect here of Sun in Virgo at this time and Moon conjunct Saturn in Pisces. So we're looking at the practical side of life and deeply at the spiritual side of life and being able to merge the two. And I'm reminded when I think about this is that Virgo will notice the stains. Virgo will say, oh, look at that mark, look at this that I'm not quite good enough, I'm not ready enough, I haven't studied enough. It's the perfectionist here. And the energy of the Moon and Saturn in Pisces is about learning to let go and to dissolve those stains, to allow whatever stains you feel have been left upon you physically, mentally, emotionally, to learn the lessons of whatever pain and sorrow you've gone through, because very much Pisces is often a sign of great compassion and feels the sorrow and pain of others, especially animals and people without a voice, those who are less fortunate, but also tuning into your own pains and sorrows and allowing yourself to release them at this time and to have learned what you need to learn through whatever painful experiences you've gone through, because then the stain dissolves completely. We're dealing with the energies of the 6th and the 12th signs. The 6th house also in the 12th house in a natural chart. And this 12th sign has everything to do with the invisible world, going into the unknown. And imagine it's like these fish, and fish are so beautifully fluid, aren't they? Yes, they don't sort of make these erratic movements. It's very fluid. So anything that gets you in touch with your fluidity can be very powerful at this time. It's a time very much when you can, if you can relax your muscles, to relax any kind of tension in the body, whatever helps you to do that. And often water, anything, hot springs, warm water, cleansing water, cool water, whatever it is, anything to do with water can be very healing, because the signs of Virgo and Pisces are everything to do with health and healing. So this is a tremendous opportunity for healing through prayer, healing through kindness. We've got Mercury retrograde here in Virgo, so it's in rulership. And we've also got Neptune, ruler of Pisces, is also in Pisces, so is in rulership. So they're very strong healing vibrations right now. So if you're looking for healing for yourself, or you want healing for loved ones, the power of coming together in prayer, or prayer generally, or going to a sacred site, or whatever it is that helps you, the power of it can be exponentially increased at the time of this blue moon. This relates very much to how can you use healing words, healing thoughts. Studies have been done, and it shows that happiness can be created by sending positive and kind thoughts to every person that you see and think about. So you might want to try doing that in preparation for the power of this blue moon. I'm reminded of a situation that I had very recently. My phone battery was running out and it wasn't charging. Okay, many of you will have probably had this. It was on 11%. It was late Saturday afternoon. The shops were just about to close. They don't open on Sundays in Greece, largely. So I dashed to the store, and the technicians, they were looking, oh, well, you might have to replace the phone or the battery. They didn't really know, was what I'm getting the feeling. But the guy I was working with, Spiros, was really lovely. And his boss was really quite rude to him, because he was trying to help me. And I could see Spiros taking a deep breath and just coming back to the situation. And he just said, let me go off for a minute. And he came back 5 minutes later, and he was calm. And he said, I think I found the solution. So he took that break. He didn't get involved in anger. And he said, the phone needs to just update. It's a software update. And we did that, and the phone charged. So he saved me a huge amount of aggravation. But what I most admired was his calm thinking and his kind words. And beyond that, what was amazing, this boss, who really was quite unkind to him, because you get the energy, even though I don't understand all the Greek, I got the vibe. He said to me, he said, my boss is actually a very kind man, and he finds it difficult to interact socially with people. And a diabetic woman came in the store recently, and her battery was really, really low. There was no time to get to a doctor, because usually a doctor should replace this battery. And his boss saved her life by replacing her battery. And a little while later, this lady came back into the store to thank him for saving her life. And he just hasn't got the social skills. He wasn't able to receive it. But he really did some great things. So despite the harshness he received, he was able to respond with kindness. Wow. And that's this energy of this beautiful trine. If you can use the kindness, you will get miraculous results. And I think this also relates to how you deal with money and finances. Relates to every possible area of your life. Silence Whenever I think of Pisces, it's the last sign. You've been busy, you've been doing things in Aries, you've been accumulating things in Taurus, you've been learning things in Gemini, you've got a nice home and creating family in Cancer, and so on round the signs. And then we come to the last sign. The last sign is where you release into invisibility. So if you can have a day of silence, even on the blue moon, if you can do it, or even an hour or half an hour, you'll tune into the invisible frequencies, which can boost your creativity, because boy, this is creative. Calming colors, the watercolors, yes, the blues, the greens, nature colors. Here was a painting that came through for this blue moon. The calming colors of the beauty of the trees and the flowers of nature, peacefulness, loving kindness. These are all the energies that you're working with. Mercury retrograde is about refining the mind. And you might find yourself studying and learning and teaching, developing the intellect. And the Piscean energy here is about developing higher consciousness and your intuitive voice, going beyond the physical. So we're looking for a balance because of this full moon at this time. There is no air, no planets are in air signs. And air signs love to talk and to be on the phone and be on the internet and communicate. If you can just have a day without devices, or a day where you're not talking, or you're talking very little, and very little input verbally, you may find that your whole system can reset at the time of this blue moon. So let's see what the Pleiadian Oracle deck would like to say. Let's see what the card or cards are for this moon energy. Right. Beautiful. Cultivate your attitude of abundance. This is this Jupiter-Uranus energy in Taurus. There's so much abundance in nature, isn't there? There's abundance everywhere you look. Cultivate that, and you'll be amazed at the kinds of results you'll get in your life. I've written a poem, short one, not too many words at this time. And I hope this might activate your creative juices. Coming soon, a blue moon. In the sign of the fish, make your wish. Dissolve all pain and grief. Release and feel relief. Let your boat float gently downstream. Relax and remember, life is only a dream. Much love.